At the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3. And so it's Indiana with it, following the bucket by the Thunder, Halliburton. Here's Siakam, and he starts out with a miss in this one. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. 4-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends, and Coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Poke loose. The second effort. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, what a pump fake by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the defender committed, and he'll go to the foul line.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
Halliburton's shot is good.
Boy, always ready to play up-tempo basketball. Tyrese Halliburton stops on the pull-up. That is nice.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's the 3. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, stolen by Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Nesmith. Misses from close range.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Siakam. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good. Holmgren.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, Pascal Siakam can put a ton of pressure on the defense. This guy has a physicality that you love.
And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Matherin comes in for Nesmith. Shepard, he's checked in for Nimhart. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Tyrese Halliburton. Hartenstein, no good on the triple. Pacers trail by 4. Pass to Shepard. Back to McConnell. Williams against Matherin. High arcing shot. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder leading by 4. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Hartenstein against Siakam. Toppin, a screen on Hartenstein. And here's Siakam for three. The shot, no good. And so it's Oklahoma City leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. This, their first chance to take a look at Indiana this season.
And they were able to come away with wins in both games last season. Impressive, to say the least.
These two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. The kick out to Walker. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. Walker's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Now here's McConnell. 9 points in his last outing. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Walker. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Nembhard comes in for McConnell. Toppin, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Toppin on the assist from Halliburton.
This guy very comfortable operating in the painted area. All Obi Toppin needs is a little bit of room to get that shot off.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's the steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
And it's Halliburton. Gets it to go inside.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort. Pass to Holmgren. The Pacers pull it in. 54 seconds left in the first half of this one. Turner, it's good on the putback. Now just a 1-point Oklahoma City lead.
Miles Turner is simply a workhorse. I mean, he keeps plays alive with his length and activity.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And And here's Holmgren. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
This will be his third free throw of the game.
And their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana. Nesmith comes in for Tyrese Halliburton. That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Here's Turner. Shoots over Hartenstein. And it's Indiana scoring again.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection. Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice D from Nembhard. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Thunder out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody, and a good half underway in this one. The Thunder battling it out tonight.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't led. And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
And taking a look at Oklahoma City.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Nesmith following the bucket by the Thunder. Kicks it out to Siakam. Halliburton on the wing. Halliburton goes up top to throw it down.
Tyrese Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Myles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
It's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Myles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Siakam, no good.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And Nesmith gets it to go.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Offline with a 3.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
They now take the lead. Turner's got 6.
Okay, Myles Turner going to the mid-range. Money in the bank for that guy.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Siakam pulls down the board.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Oh, wow. Tort just going off, making a big show of how athletic he can be.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Halliburton, no good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become the master at drawing fouls.
And the Pacers making a change here. Matherin's checked in.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Now here's Matherin. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. With a step back. He gets it in there. Matherin's gotten his first points in this one.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Tyrese Halliburton. Siakam outside. There's a screen by Toppin. Pulls up. And Indiana misses again.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. The defense not a factor there. Very surprising he couldn't capitalize.
McConnell passes to Matherin. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. Matherin's got 5.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Matherin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
And down it goes. 2 points.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
The Pacers have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Toppin, a screen on Williams. Here's Matherin. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander sinks a big one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And it's good. Fought through. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
Be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That's good from Siakam. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3.
Halliburton a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
Now here's Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Nice move. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
SGA with the big finish on the fast break. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively.
And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Nesmith, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen, hoping to inspire his team here.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Nesmith. Outside for Halliburton. Off target from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against Siakam. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, the tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players. Now, this guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. The ball's knocked loose. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Siakam outside. 4-3. Dort grabs the miss. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. The drive by Shai. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Halliburton, and there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist from Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points here in the second half. Holmgren against Siakam. Shoots a fadeaway. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 8 now. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big time clutch delivery.
Pacers trail by 4. And here's Siakam. Great D that time from Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, Shai showing no fear inside.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Siakam against Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He shoots again, and an intentional foul right there. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. Fearless move by Tyrese Halliburton. The game is complete and the mind is ready.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. "27 seconds left in the game. To the paint. There's Nesmith with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 9-point game here.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
And so the Thunder take the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Shai, you were using those long arms to be disruptive on the defensive end. What's your focus at that end of the floor?
I'm just trying to be as active as possible. And like you said, getting my length involved, something I've been blessed with, and I just want to use it.
That activity, that length was noticed. Congratulations.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now, time for our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.